Effective immediately. No Halloween decorations, costumes on community property, or trick-or-treating activities permitted. This holiday celebrates darkness and is inconsistent with our community values. Violations will be fined $200 per item. October 3rd, 47 days before Halloween. 84 households wake up to this email from one person, Donna Marsh, HOA president. Not a vote, not a discussion, not a suggestion box. One person, one email, one decree. And she has the HOA bylaws to enforce it. The porches already have pumpkins, a skeleton lawn display on Maple Court, orange string lights going up on the corner house. An 8-year-old girl named Lily has spent the entire weekend carving a jack-o'-lantern with her dad. It sits on their front porch right now. In 47 days, Donna won't just lose the vote, she'll lose the house. Hey everyone, I almost didn't cover this one. I was scrolling r/fuck HOA at like 1 a.m., eyes half closed, thumb on autopilot, when this title stopped me cold. HOA president banned Halloween, confiscated my 8-year-old daughter's pumpkin off our porch, and threw it in the dumpster. I sat up, read the whole thing. 47,000 upvotes, and the comment section, 6,000 responses, was a war zone. People were furious. But when I got to the part about what this little girl says when she comes home from school, I closed my laptop and just sat there for a minute. How does one woman ban Halloween for 84 families? And what happens when the quietest dad on the block decides he's done being quiet? If you love stories where the underdog doesn't just fight back, but wins, follow the channel. And tell me in the comments, has your HOA ever banned a holiday? The wins. Tom, 36. Wife Mai, 34. Lily, 8. They move in 3 months ago from a 2-bedroom apartment where the only outdoor space is a rusted fire escape. First house, first yard, first real Halloween. Lily starts planning in August. She keeps a notebook, spiral-bound, purple cover, pages filled with drawings of jack-o'-lanterns and ghosts, and a witch flying over their new house. She adds something every night. Tom finds her asleep one evening with the notebook open, a half-finished sketch of a pumpkin with a crooked grin. The weekend before Donna's email, Tom and Lily sit at the kitchen table, newspaper spread out, seeds everywhere. Lily's hands are orange up to her elbows. She digs out the guts with a spoon, squealing every time a string of pulp slides between her fingers. Tom carves the eyes. Lily does the mouth, crooked, lopsided, perfect. She names it Jack. Then she flips it over, pulls a permanent marker from the junk drawer, writes Lily on the bottom in block letters, presses hard. The marker squeaks on the rind. So Jack knows he's mine. Tom sets Jack on the front porch, right next to the door. Every morning before school, Lily checks on him, touches his face, adjusts the angle so he faces the sidewalk. Tom grew up in a strict household. No holidays, no decorations, no trick-or-treating. Every October 31st, he watched other kids from the window while his parents kept the porch light off. He never carved a pumpkin, never wore a costume, never knocked on a stranger's door and said 3 words that every kid in America takes for granted. He's 36 years old, and this is his first time doing Halloween right. Not for himself, for her. Jack sits on the porch for 6 days. On the 7th, he disappears. Donna Marsh, 58, HOA president for 3 years, former church administrator, widowed. The kind of woman who carries a clipboard like it's a weapon, and a pen like it's a gavel. She hasn't attended a single Halloween event in 8 years. Neighbors used to invite her. She always declined. Nobody asked why. On October 9th, she walks the neighborhood with a clipboard and a purpose. Every porch, every yard. She picks up pumpkins, deflates inflatables, pulls down string lights, loads them into the back of her SUV, a white Tahoe, back seats folded flat, cargo area lined with plastic sheeting. 3 trips. Rick Hollowell watches from his kitchen window. Donna carries a carved pumpkin past his driveway, both arms wrapped around it like she's transporting contraband. She was moving pumpkins like they were evidence bags, like she was saving the neighborhood from gourds. She deposits everything at the community dumpster. Pumpkins, skeletons, a rubber bat, a string of orange lights still plugged into their timer. All of it, heaped in a pile next to recycling bins. Lily comes home from school, backpack bouncing. She runs to the porch. Her face changes. Empty. The railing where Jack sat, bare. Her fingers trace the spot where the rind left a faint orange ring on the wood. "Daddy? Where's Jack?" Tom checks the doorbell camera, watches the footage. Donna's white Tahoe pulling up at 11:14 a.m. Donna lifting Jack off the porch with both hands, setting him in the cargo area next to 6 other pumpkins, driving away. He finds Donna at the community mailbox the next morning. His voice is level, but the tendons in his neck pull tight. "You took my daughter's pumpkin. Off our porch." Donna doesn't flinch, clips her pen to her clipboard. "Mr. Wynn, I sent the email. The policy is clear." She looks at him the way a toll booth operator looks at a driver who forgot exact change. No exceptions, not even for children. Tom's jaw locks. His car key bites into his palm. No exceptions, not even for children. He'll remember that line. Every word. He walks away, but something cold settles in his chest. Not anger, lower than that, quieter, the kind of quiet that doesn't forget. And Donna Marsh has no idea that the man she just dismissed is the one person in this neighborhood who doesn't quit. Board meeting, October 12th, community room. Fluorescent lights buzzing overhead like a dentist's office before bad news. Donna and 4 board members sit at the front table, laminated agenda on every seat. 30 residents in the audience, some angry, some curious, most tired of being told what they can't do with their own homes. Tom stands at the microphone. His voice doesn't waver. "You took my daughter's pumpkin off our porch. She carved it. She named it. She's 8 years old." The room shifts. Chairs creak. Someone in the back inhales sharply. A woman in the second row puts her hand over her mouth. Donna leans into her microphone. Her tone is patient, the kind of patient that's actually condescension wearing a cardigan. "Mr. Wynn, this is a family neighborhood. We don't celebrate darkness here. It's a pumpkin. She's 8. The policy protects our community values. If we make one exception, it's a pumpkin." Board vote on Tom's motion to repeal the Halloween ban. 3-2, in favor of keeping the ban. Donna and her 2 allies, Frank and Terry, vote to keep it. 2 younger board members vote to repeal, outnumbered. Tom gathers his papers, walks out. In the parking lot, 6 neighbors cluster around him. Elena, who gets fined $150 for her kids' chalk drawings on the sidewalk. Rick, who loses his basketball hoop to a structure height violation. A retired couple whose grandkids can't trick or treat. "We want to help. What do we need to do?" Her daughter's pumpkin was in a dumpster. The board voted to keep it that way. If this were your kid, would you walk away or would you fight? Tom goes home that night and reads the CC and R's cover to cover. 62 pages, small print, legal boilerplate. But on page 41, section 9.1, he finds it. The president may be removed by a 2/3 vote of all homeowners. 2/3, 67%, 57 signatures out of 84. He prints a petition, 1 page, simple. "We, the undersigned homeowners, request a vote of no confidence in HOA President Donna Marsh." Tom and Mai start knocking doors the next afternoon. She takes the east side, he takes the west. Lily falls asleep in the car seat between houses. She's their unintentional mascot and their best argument. First 3 days, 38 signatures, names flowing in. The energy is real. People have been waiting for this, not just about Halloween, about 3 years of Donna's clipboard and measuring tape, and laminated rules, and $200 fines for wind chimes and garden statues and basketball hoops and chalk. Then Donna strikes back. October 14th. HOA lawyer letters arrive at every home that signed the petition. Thick envelopes, legal letterhead, embossed logo. Signing a petition to remove a sitting board member may constitute harassment under CC and R Section 12.4. Additional legal remedies may be pursued. It's complete nonsense. Section 12.4 covers noise complaints. But the envelopes are heavy. The letterhead is real. The language sounds expensive. And it works, on some of them. 3 families call Tom that evening. "We can't deal with a lawsuit. We have kids. I'm sorry. I'm pulling my name." Count drops from 38 to 35. Then slowly, with Tom and Mai knocking every evening after dinner, Lily asleep in the car seat, October nights getting colder, it climbs back up. 41, 46, 51. Donna's allies go door to door too. Their pitch: if Donna leaves, property values drop. She's kept this place running for 3 years. Tom Nguyen has been here 3 months. It works on the older homeowners, the ones who've been here since the beginning, the ones who confuse stability with silence. Tom's count plateaus at 54. Needs 57, 3 short. October 19th, 12 days left. Tom sits in his truck after work, engine off, phone in his hand. The signature spreadsheet glowing on the screen. 54. The same number as yesterday and the day before. He closes his eyes, presses his forehead to the steering wheel. The leather is cold against his skin. Then he gets out of the truck, walks past the community mailbox, past the park entrance, stops at the community dumpster. It hasn't been emptied since October 9th. 10 days of bags piled high. The smell hits first: wet cardboard, rotting food, something sweet and wrong underneath. He reaches in, moves garbage bags aside. His hands are wet, something sticky on his wrist. He digs deeper. A shard of orange, curved, hollow. He pulls it out, turns it over. The bottom edge. 2 letters in permanent marker. L-I. The rest is broken off. But he knows. He holds it. The marker ink is faded. The rind is soft, starting to decompose. But the letters are still there, pressed hard into the skin by an 8-year-old who wanted her pumpkin to know who it belonged to. He puts the piece in his jacket pocket, turns it over once. The ink is faded, but the pressure grooves are deep, an 8-year-old pressing hard, making sure it sticks. No exceptions, not even for children. Donna's words loop in his head, but this time they don't sting, they sharpen. Goes back to door knocking that night. 3 more signatures. 57. Exactly enough. Tom files the petition with the HOA management company the next morning. Meeting scheduled. October 28th, 3 days before Halloween. But here's the thing Donna doesn't know. She sees 3 families withdraw and assumes the petition dies. She stops checking, stops counting. On October 15th, she sends another community email, a reminder about holiday light regulations, as if the petition never existed. On October 18th, she walks the neighborhood again, clipboard out, checking for new pumpkins. Finds 2, confiscates both. She adds them to her log, violation 37 and 38 for the year. She is nothing if not thorough. On October 20th, Frank, her ally on the board, tells her the petition is dead. Nguyen gave up. I heard 3 families pulled out. Donna nods. Of course they did. People talk big. They always fold. She doesn't knock on doors, doesn't check the management company's inbox, doesn't call the rep to ask if anything's been filed. Why would she? She's been running this HOA for 3 years. She's never been challenged. Not really. Not like this. She never sees signature 54 from the retired teacher on Elm who tutors Lily after school. Never sees 55 from the couple on Birch whose wind chimes Donna confiscated last spring. Never sees 56 from a homeowner who's been here since the subdivision was built, who finally says, enough. She goes to bed on October 25th thinking the petition is dead, 3 days before the meeting that ends her presidency. 57 families just signed her termination, and she's sleeping through it. October 28th, community center. White walls, folding tables, coffee urn gurgling in the corner. The management company rep, a woman Tom's never met, neutral, clipboard of her own, sits at the head table. 84 households eligible. 78 show up. People standing along the walls, kids in the hallway. Someone brings donuts. It's the largest turnout in HOA history, by a factor of 3. This isn't just Tom's fight anymore. Elena brings 5 neighbors, the ones fined for chalk drawings and wind chimes and a garden gnome that was 3 inches too tall. Rick brings 8, the basketball hoop coalition. And the retirees Tom can't reach, they show up, brought by their grandkids. Grammy, you have to come. We want to trick or treat. Tom stands at the microphone. He doesn't give a speech. He reaches into his jacket pocket, sets something on the table. A piece of broken pumpkin, orange, curved, soft at the edges, decomposing. Lily, partially visible. 2.5 letters. Faded marker on dying rind. My daughter carved this pumpkin. She named it Jack. It sat on our porch for 6 days. His voice is steady, quiet, the kind of quiet that fills a room. On the 7th, it was in the dumpster. Because one person decided an 8-year-old's joy was a violation. He pauses, looks directly at Donna. You said, no exceptions, not even for children. Well, here's your exception. The room is silent. Someone's chair creaks. A woman in the 3rd row presses a tissue to her eye. A man in the back uncrosses his arms. Then Donna stands. The room goes absolutely still. Her clipboard is in her lap. She doesn't pick it up. Her hands are flat on the table, the same hands that carried Jack to the dumpster. When she speaks, her voice is different, smaller. My husband died on Halloween night, 8 years ago. She swallows. A drunk driver, on his way home from buying candy for the trick-or-treaters. Her voice breaks. She sits down, doesn't finish. The room holds its breath. 3 seconds. 5. Someone exhales. The coffee urn gurgles. This is the gray area. She's not a monster. She's a woman who lost her husband on the worst possible night and couldn't separate the holiday from the grief. 3 years of banning Halloween wasn't cruelty. It was a wound she couldn't close. But grief doesn't give you the right to steal a child's pumpkin. Pause. Think about that for a second. After hearing why she banned Halloween, would you still vote her out? Or would you change your mind? Drop that in the comments. I genuinely want to know. Secret ballot. Paper. Drop in the box. The management rep counts. 12 minutes. The room is so quiet you can hear the coffee urn gurgling and the fluorescent lights humming above the drop ceiling. The rep turns the tally sheet. In favor of removing President Donna Marsh, 78. Against, 6. 78 to 6. Tom closes his eyes. Mai grabs his arm, both hands, fingers locked. Elena stands up. Rick pumps his fist once, then stops, like he remembers this isn't that kind of moment. Donna picks up her clipboard. The laminated pages she's carried for 3 years. She walks to the door. Doesn't look at anyone. Doesn't slam it. The door clicks shut behind her. Quiet. Final. Think about that. 78 people heard her story. Her husband, the drunk driver, Halloween night, and they still voted her out. Not because they didn't feel for her, because grief can explain an action. It can't excuse it. Not when there's an 8-year-old checking an empty porch every morning. In the parking lot, something happens. Porch lights start turning on. One house, then the one across the street, then 3 more. Orange. Through the community center windows, the street starts to glow. The management rep clears her throat. The first motion of the new interim board? Elena raises her hand. Halloween is back. The new board rescinds all holiday-related fines from the past 3 years. $4,200 refunded. 6 families get checks. Elena's chalk drawing fine. Rick's basketball hoop. The retiree's garden gnome. All reversed. Donna lists her house 3 weeks later. Sells at $15,000 below market. Doesn't fight the price, just wants out. The buyer, a young couple with 2 kids and a golden retriever named Bones. First thing they put up, a 12-foot skeleton on the front lawn. Community Facebook group post, 40 comments, 200 likes. Someone tags the skeleton's location on Google Maps. They name it Margaret. Nobody explains why. Everybody laughs. The house Donna ran the HOA from becomes the most decorated house on the street. Every October after that, someone adds another decoration. An inflatable spider, a fog machine, a motion-activated witch that cackles when you walk past, an army of plastic tombstones that reads, "Here lies the Halloween ban." One year, someone puts a tiny clipboard in Margaret the skeleton's hand. Donna Marsh would hate it. And that's probably the point. But the story doesn't end there. Halloween night, October 31st. 3 days after the vote. The street is alive. Fake cobwebs on every porch, jack-o'-lanterns glowing on steps, a fog machine rolling white mist across Rick's driveway, kids running between houses, pirates, witches, superheroes, one toddler in a hot dog costume being carried by a dad who's also in a hot dog costume. Lily walks out the front door. Witch costume, black hat, purple cape Mai sews the night before, crooked stitching, one shoulder shorter than the other, absolutely perfect. On the porch, a new pumpkin. She carves it herself this time, same crooked grin, same lopsided eyes. She flips it over, bottom. In permanent marker, pressed hard into the rind, Lily. Tom watches from the doorway. Mai hands out candy from a plastic cauldron. 47 trick-or-treaters hit their house that night. Lily counts every single one. After the last group leaves, Tom reaches into his jacket pocket. He's still carrying it. The broken piece of old Jack, soft, faded. 2.5 letters. He sets it on the porch railing, next to the new pumpkin. Old and new, broken and whole. The street glows orange. Somewhere down the block, Margaret the skeleton stands in her yard, clipboard in hand, presiding over a front lawn covered in fake tombstones and inflatable spiders. A motion-activated witch cackles. Kids shriek. Parents laugh. Tom sits on the front step, coffee in one hand. The air smells like dead leaves and candy corn and candle wax. October air, cold enough to see your breath, warm enough to stay outside. He grew up watching Halloween through a window. Porch light off, no costume, no candy, no knocking on doors. Now he sits on his own porch. Light on, door open. His daughter's pumpkin glowing next to him. Donna Marsh looks at Halloween and sees darkness. Tom Nguyen looks at the same night and sees his daughter's face when she says, "Trick or treat," for the first time. One of them runs a neighborhood for 3 years. The other changes it in 47 days. This is what he wanted, not for himself, for her. The neighborhood votes Elena as the new HOA president. First rule she eliminates, the 6-foot structure height limit. Because the next story involves a veteran, a flagpole, and a federal law that no HOA in America can override. And the HOA president who tried, she's still paying for it. Subscribe, because that story has a courtroom scene, a $20,400 judgment, and a moment at 3 a.m. that changes everything. You don't want to miss it. Share this with someone who thinks HOAs are about community. Sometimes they are. Sometimes they're about one person with a clipboard and a wound they won't heal. And drop your worst HOA Halloween story in the comments. We read every one. If your HOA ever tells you that a child's pumpkin is a violation, remember Lily. Remember Jack. Remember 78 to 6.